Have you ever stopped to consider how your daily habits shape your life? You see, habits are the invisible architecture of our lives. They often seem trivial, perhaps even forgettable, but their impact is anything but. Imagine a river carving a canyon. Each drop of water is small, insignificant on its own, but together, over time, they create something monumental. Your daily habits work much the same way. Each choice, each action, no matter how small, is a drop of water shaping the canyon of your life. But what if we were more intentional about those drops? What if we could harness the power of habit to sculpt our lives in line with principles that have stood the test of time? This is where Stoicism comes in. Stoicism, a philosophy born in ancient Greece and Rome, is all about living in harmony with nature, accepting what we cannot control, and focusing on improving what we can. It's about finding tranquility in the midst of chaos and understanding that happiness is a matter of perspective. Stoic principles aren't just abstract ideas to ponder, they're practical tools to apply, habits to cultivate. And today, we're going to explore how you can weave these Stoic principles into the fabric of your everyday life. We're going to look at how you can turn the mundane into the meaningful, the ordinary into the extraordinary. You see, Stoicism isn't about denying emotions or suppressing desires. It's about understanding our place in the grand scheme of things and making the most of our brief time in this world. It's about being the best version of ourselves, not just for our own sake, but for the sake of those around us. But how do we do this? How do we turn these lofty principles into practical habits? Well, stick around because we're about to explore 5 Stoic habits that, if practiced daily, can transform your life in ways you might not even imagine. Let's dive into 5 Stoic habits that can transform your life for the better. The first Stoic habit to implement is acceptance. In the realm of Stoicism, acceptance plays a pivotal role. It's about recognizing the dichotomy of control, distinguishing between what's within our control and what isn't. This Stoic habit is not about passivity, but about understanding where our energy and efforts are most effectively placed. In the pages of Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, he implores us to let go of our desire to control the uncontrollable. He writes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It's a sentiment echoed throughout the annals of Stoic philosophy. The understanding that we control our reactions, our emotions, and our decisions, but the world outside, that dances to its own tune. So, how does one apply this habit in daily life? It starts with a simple step. Pause. When you're faced with a situation that causes stress or discomfort, pause. Ask yourself if the source of your stress is within your control. If it's not, like the weather, a traffic jam, or someone else's behavior, practice acceptance. Acknowledge that it's out of your hands. But what if it is within your control? Then it's about accepting responsibility. Accept that you have the power to change the situation, to make a different choice, to react differently. Acceptance, in this sense, isn't about resignation, it's about empowerment. This habit, simple in theory but challenging in practice, can reduce stress. It can help us avoid the futile struggle against the unchangeable and focus our energy on what we can influence. The result is not just a more peaceful mind, but a more meaningful life. Acceptance allows us to navigate life's storms with a steady hand, understanding that we cannot command the wind, but we can adjust our sails. It's a habit that fosters resilience, cultivates peace, and opens the door to a more mindful and fulfilled existence. As we journey through the ebbs and flows of life, let's remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics. Let's remember that acceptance is the key to tranquility and peace of mind. Stoicism encourages us to live in the present moment. This powerful philosophy champions the practice of mindfulness, a habit that can transform our lives in profound ways. Mindfulness, in essence, is about focusing on the present moment. It's about fully immersing ourselves in the here and now, without letting our minds wander into the past or future. This may sound simple, but in an age of constant distractions, truly being present can be quite a challenge. Mindfulness invites us to examine our thoughts and feelings without judgment. We simply observe them, acknowledging their existence without letting them control us. This practice allows us to disengage from negative thought patterns and to cultivate a sense of inner peace. So how can we incorporate mindfulness into our daily routines? Well, it all starts with self-awareness. We need to be aware of our thoughts, our emotions, and our reactions. This doesn't mean we need to sit in meditation for hours. Rather, it can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to check in with ourselves. One practical way to practice mindfulness is through mindful breathing. This involves focusing on your breath, observing each inhalation and exhalation. When your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This practice not only calms the mind, but also helps you stay grounded in the present moment. Another method is mindful eating. Instead of mindlessly consuming your meals, take time to savor each bite. Pay attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of your food. This simple act can help you appreciate the present moment and cultivate gratitude for the nourishment you receive. And remember, mindfulness is not about achieving a state of permanent bliss. It's about acknowledging reality as it is without trying to change it. It's about accepting our experiences, whether they're pleasant or unpleasant, and learning to navigate through them with grace and resilience. Mindfulness helps us appreciate the beauty of the present moment. It's a powerful Stoic habit that can help us lead more fulfilling lives. So, why not give it a try? The present moment, after all, is all we truly have. Resilience is a cornerstone of Stoicism. This robust quality is a beacon of light guiding us through the darkest storms. It's the ability to brave the tempests of life with courage and perseverance. It's about standing tall when the winds of adversity attempt to topple you. Resilience is not about avoiding the storm, but learning to dance in the rain. It's about understanding that life is a series of peaks and valleys, and that the valleys are not a sign of failure, but an opportunity for growth. A Stoic understands that challenges are a part of existence, and rather than shying away from them, they face them head-on, using them as stepping stones to build a stronger and wiser self. So, how do we cultivate this Stoic resilience in our daily life? Well, it all begins with our mindset. Remember, your mind is your greatest weapon. It's the fortress that shelters you from the storms. When adversity strikes, don't let it shatter your walls. Instead, fortify them. View each challenge as an opportunity to strengthen your mental fortitude. Next, practice perseverance. Just as a river cuts through a rock, not because of its power, but its persistence, you too can overcome any obstacle with relentless determination. Don't get disheartened by setbacks. Instead, embrace them as part of your journey and keep pushing forward. Also, don't forget to cultivate a positive attitude. In the face of adversity, it's easy to slip into negativity. But remember, just as darkness can't exist without light, adversity can't exist without opportunity. Look for the silver linings and let them guide you through the storm. Lastly, draw strength from within. You are stronger than you think. Believe in your ability to overcome, and you will. As Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Indeed, resilience is more than just a trait, it's a way of life. It's the Stoic's armor against the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Resilience gives us the strength to overcome life's challenges. And that, dear listeners, is the essence of Stoicism. Gratitude is a powerful Stoic habit. It's the mirror through which we see the world, not as a place of scarcity, but of abundance. It's the practice of focusing on what we have, rather than what we don't. It's the art of appreciation that can help us find happiness in the simplest things. Marcus Aurelius himself said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This is the essence of gratitude. To cultivate this habit, start your day by acknowledging 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be grandiose. It can be as simple as the warmth of the sun on your face or the smell of your morning coffee. The practice of gratitude can transform your perspective, making you realize that the good in your life outweighs the bad. It's a habit that leads to contentment, joy, and peace. Gratitude helps us find joy in the simplest things. Implementing Stoic habits can have a profound impact on your life. We've journeyed through 5 powerful habits from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, each a stepping stone towards a more fulfilling existence. Embracing acceptance, it's about understanding what we can and cannot change, freeing ourselves from the shackles of frustration. Practicing mindfulness, this habit keeps us grounded in the present, eliminating worries of the past and future. Developing resilience, it's the fortress that shields us from life's adversities. Cultivating gratitude, this habit reminds us of life's many gifts, fostering a sense of contentment. These habits, when practiced consistently, can lead to a more balanced, peaceful, and fulfilling life. But remember, habits aren't built overnight. It's a gradual process, a journey that requires perseverance and commitment. So, why not start today? Introduce these Stoic habits into your daily routine and witness the transformation they bring. Remember, the journey towards Stoicism begins with a single step. Make that step today.